Yeah, it was relatively quick experience. I feel like we got a really good set of candidates and it was really easy to find one because the selection was quite good in the first place. Usually a little bit longer. I think typically we would get quite a lot of applicants, so we spent quite a lot of time looking through those CVs before we'd find a shortlist, whereas working with you guys has made us, we got a good shortlist to begin with to pick from, so it was a lot quicker. The role was open for about 2 weeks before we came on board with Recruiter, but we needed to get someone in quite quickly, so we reached out to Stirling Warrington and the experience was really good from that point on. The speed and time that it took to hire for the role was a lot quicker working with Stirling Warrington. I feel like we managed to get the candidates in quite quickly. The calibre of candidates was high and they were readily available. The interview process was good and yeah, it was a lot quicker. I would say sometimes for some roles we struggled to get the right kind of candidates to apply in the first place, and then other ones we would get too many for. When we worked with Stirling Warrington, what we found was we could actually bounce some ideas off Shannon and probably change the job spec of the title a little bit so it was more appealing on the market. And what we found was we got a much more relevant set of candidates and we could pick more easily from them. When the team from Stirling Warrington came to visit us, I think it was really good because you asked a few questions, you could understand our needs, what we were looking for, and I think that was really key in understanding what we were looking for as a business and from the role so that we could actually find the right candidates in the first place. What stood out about the candidates was that I feel they were a lot more relevant from the industry, and that was really useful to us. I think previously where we had candidates that might have come from completely different industries or the wrong kind of background, it didn't really fit with what we were looking for. You came to us with really relevant candidates that have great job experience and they could really hit the ground running in the role when they were in post. Compared to other recruiters, I found the experience with Stirling Warrington was a lot more streamlined. You guys do almost like an executive summary of each candidate, so when we're looking at the CVs, we can quickly scan over them and see which ones are going to be relevant. That really helped speed things up for me. So rather than reading through 100 CVs on our own internal system, you could present us with 5 really high quality ones that we could sift through to the beginning and then read through the rest of the CV. I think if I change anything about the process, we probably would have leaned towards using a recruitment agency sooner because it has really sped up the process and it's taken a lot of the workload from my table so that I can actually get the recruiting started earlier. I would absolutely recommend Stirling Warrington to other departments in the business. I think you're a great asset to our business and we'd happily work with you again.